Hello. My chat is bugging out right now. Let's see if I can fix this. Chat is still offline. Oh, no, it's back, it's back. Nice. Let's just check it's working. Seems to be working. Fantastic, let's go. Okay, gamers. I'll be here in about 3 seconds. What's up, gamers? Welcome to KorokuGaming, the best channel on Twitch and YouTube. And today, we're going to watch the Starfield Deep Dive 45-minute video that I've been wanting to watch since the day before yesterday. So yeah, I'm 2 days late, but who cares? Let's watch it now, because now's the time that we have time. Boom. Ah, do I seem different today? I feel different because I actually did a workout today, like a weight workout. It's been a long time since I did that. Did some stretching, and now I feel very, very different than I felt before the session. It's kind of crazy what these endorphins do to you. So without further ado, let's get into it. Let's watch the deep dive. I'm kind of excited for this because I've seen a lot of other creators and influencers, whatever, going crazy for this. I saw Jack's Frags, which is quite a popular first-person shooter gamer on the internet. He's on YouTube. I've seen him, or at least the title of his videos. He's saying that why Starfield is the greatest game ever and stuff like that after watching the deep dive. So yeah, I'm really excited for this. Let's see if there's anything to those claims. And let's make sure this is all in high definition. Stream is running at a higher res today, so you can see the trailer with more pixels. Thought that'd be a good idea. Let's hope it was that. Okay, so here we go. Deep dive. Gameplay deep dive. We're going to see the gameplay. Now, there was a gameplay trailer, but it didn't show much. Didn't show much gameplay, so hopefully this makes up for that.
Hey everyone, thank you so much for joining us today, and welcome
to It was more of a cinematic trailer, really.
Studios. You know, we've been so lucky
Hello, Todd.
To make the kind of games that we love here, and that's thanks to all of
How
you.
old is Todd now? He must be getting on.
I
reckon he looks pretty good for his age.
Just as much as you do.
He must be old now, right?
That time, we'd often talk about and dream up the space game. What if we could take that feeling of being who you want to be and exploring a new world, but set it in space, where you weren't really limited in where you could go or what you could do? And that is Starfield.
Unfortunately, you got beaten to the punch by No Man's Sky, which I'm still yet to play. I wonder if that's good.
Together, but well, we've never tried to make a game like this. Today, you'll get to hear from many on the team.
This is a very ambitious project.
What we think makes our game special. So let's jump in and
also, they were beaten to the punch by what's that other game? Star something. It's the one that's like raised loads of money. I've forgotten the name of it.
In over 25 years, but it's still a Bethesda RPG through and through, where you step into a new world and you get that feeling of unlimited possibilities. But this time, it's not just one world.
There we go.
It's over 1,000 worlds. Because the choice of where to go, it's not ours, it's yours. And it wasn't until now that we had the technology to create it. From the rocks at your feet to the mountains in the distance, to the people and creatures
that looks nice too.
Live in these worlds.
I'm getting No Man's Sky vibes.
Just a backdrop. That moon is actually there orbiting the planet. Yes, you can visit it too.
That's cool. Okay, now this is getting exciting.
Simulate the galaxy around you. Our next generation lighting model uses real-time global illumination to light the world based on the type of star and the makeup of the planet's atmosphere.
Okay, real-time global illumination, very nice.
We also have an all-new animation system.
Oh, thank God.
And
please.
Of course, you can play it in third person and you can play it in first person.
Why aren't the plants moving? You said that you have the technology. Where's the technology here? In Tears of the Kingdom, when I walk through the grass parts for my legs.
Game, given its scale.
Why are the plants not parting?
That usually involves exploring an area you've landed in. You can collect resources.
Okay. Ooh. Okay.
Do a mission, and maybe even stumble upon something unexpected.
That looked like a mining nodule he was mining there. Okay, you found a location. Oh! Enemies. Okay, headshots here. What the fuck is that? You can jump very high. Oh! Oh wow, he can fly pretty much. Oh, it's low gravity here. Okay.
We do love stuff and all
that
of the
was very
items around
Halo
you to
Infinite,
pick
that.
everything up.
With the
You can view
moon
all
jumping.
that in your data menu. This is the hub for everything you're doing, from your skills to your ship, your missions, and your inventory. We love to pack a ton of detail in every object, from all of your weapons to spacesuits.
To their credit, they have always done that in their Elder Scrolls games and etc.
You can walk back.
The objects in the game always quite detailed.
We have companions and
you can manipulate them and etc.
I left Vasco here back at my ship.
Welcome back.
I like the look of that robot. Reminds me of
you can even say your name.
Boston Dynamics robots. Which is cool because that's the direction robotics is heading.
Our mission was to convey the wonder and majesty of space exploration, to evoke the romance of the golden age of early spaceflight.
Robert says that's not Zelda.
Approach as NASA Punk. This means a design language where the
Did I title it Zelda?
Advanced, yet still looks grounded and relatable.
For us, it's that contrast. That's where the visual interest is. Obviously, the NASA, which is the rigid, hard function over style, and then Punk, which is all about style.
You can see that visual style coming through in your ship. Your ship is your home for you and your crew. And like many of the spaces in our game,
you get your own ship. Very nice.
Retro and analog touch.
Yep.
A bit of lo-fi rather than sci-fi, where everything is well used,
yep.
worn,
like 2001 Space Odyssey.
Alrighty.
That's what they were going for.
Plan, Captain.
I thought I was picking up that vibe, like retro NASA 2001 Space Odyssey type style.
You can see all of its info and resources.
You're in the
You can choose a
category?
landing
Damn.
spot or fast travel to known locations.
Maybe it's because Starfield
Backing out
category doesn't
further,
exist.
You can view all the planets in the system. Obviously, the game is big, and it's here you can see planets that have key locations, missions, or life on them, versus the many planets that are barren but resource heavy. Zoom out even further to see all the systems in this part of the galaxy. Here, you can plot a course to ones that are light years away. This uses your ship's grav drive to fold space and jump to these systems. And you will need to upgrade your ship and skills if you want to jump to the most distant ones. But for now, we'll plot a course to the Alpha Centauri system, where we can find the city of New Atlantis.
So you have to plot course, and let's see what the jump looks like. Looked pretty cool.
Welcome to UC Space. Maintain your current course while we scan your ship's
Do you think it jumps that fast? I reckon there'll be a loading... If there's no loading screen and that's how fast it is, that's incredible. Do you think there's a loading screen? Do you think that takes longer than they just showed? Because that was incredibly fast. Maybe they're leveraging the power of SSD technology here.
As soon as you
For their loading
land in a
screens.
city like New Atlantis, your eyes
That's her name was
are
Madja.
guided
Sorry for my head
upwards to
blocking.
just these boundless, vast buildings.
It's the biggest city.
This is
we've
Angela
ever
Browder,
made, not just in size,
production
but
leader.
also in the amount of custom art, crowds, and quests.
So the main focus
Okay,
when we're designing a city is obviously what supports the story. We try and tell as many small stories.
I'll just stop there for a second. These cities and the population density of them is way above what I've seen in any of their past games. Now, I didn't play Fallout 4, but from what I saw of it, it didn't have population density like this. Like, there are multiple... This looks almost like a a realistic density that you would see on like a space station of human beings. Yeah.
As possible.
This is a colony war memorial.
It's a few moments of gameplay that make the space feel like it's full of real characters that are going about their day-to-day.
Oh yeah, look at this. Look how many people there are. This is this feels very different from their past titles. So that's cool. They've managed to pull off like a sort of realistic population density here, far above what they have before.
It's paralyzing if you really stop and think about it.
Buddy, it's coffee.
It's
Rebecca
also
says,
where your adventure
Blender
with
struggling with
Constellation
Blender.
begins.
PC is struggling to stay alive running Blender. Yeah, Blender takes quite a lot of resources. You need a lot of VRAM, a lot of RAM.
Constellation. We have a lot to talk about.
By the time you meet them, Constellation is sort of seen as this mythical group. Most people don't even know
William
they
Shen,
exist
lead
anymore.
quest designer.
They're the last true explorers in the galaxy, and they're trying to find the answers to some of humanity's biggest questions.
The artifacts are so different, so alien, and I'm certain one of them reached out and spoke to you.
Sounds kind of sus.
The artifact, if you could place it on the table here.
Oh my god. Look at how it's coming together.
That means there's a
Whoa.
set built by an intelligence outside the settled
Whoa.
systems.
It's definitely an eclectic cast of characters. You've got Sarah Morgan, the ex-soldier and adventurer, now Constellation's leader.
So I've got to say, seeing these characters in motion, they do look a lot more realistic than anything we've seen from Bethesda before. People are clowning on the character designs and how the people look. This is still way above what they've produced before. And if the scale of the game is to be believed, from what they're saying, actually overall pretty impressive. So let's continue here.
Teo, the theologian who believes that there's definitely something else out there. Noel, the gifted scientist.
The animations do
and
look
Sarah
way
Morgan's
better than what
protege.
they've produced
and
before.
Walter, a very
in the characters'
successful
faces
businessman in the
where they
settled
move.
systems and Constellation's financier.
Anything goes as long as you have the money.
There's also
Yeah, that is a
Vlad,
big
the
jump up from
ex-pirate,
the previous
Sam
games.
Coe, the former space cowboy, and Barrett.
What I'm not, what's not believable is like the hair on the faces and that, like why their beards so perfectly trimmed. There's something uncanny valley about it, about like the facial hair I'm seeing and stuff like that.
About these pirates,
That's my main complaint.
completely resistant to my otherwise irresistible charm.
Haha.
The journey you take with Constellation is just the first of many you'll embark on. The Settled Systems is home to all kinds of different stories, people, and adventures for you to uncover.
Like, did you see that woman's perfect like cut-in hairline there? It doesn't look right. The hair and beards look like they've been stuck on, like velcroed on, and it's not real. Like they've all got hair pieces and fake beards on.
The United Colonies is where you'll find
But other
New
than that,
Atlantis,
they look
the
all right.
first major human settlement in space.
They've got like those
The
Lego
people who live
hairlines.
here value law, discipline, and the legacy of humanity. They consider themselves the true children of Earth.
You ever think of joining up with the Vanguard? Help the United Colonies, even get your UC citizenship?
New Atlantis isn't the only city
Oh
within the
wow!
United Colonies.
Wow, look at that thing.
The city
That
of
was cool.
Sidonia on Mars to this day serves as the largest
Sidonia on
mining
Mars.
facility for the United Colonies.
So they mine with lasers.
Beyond the United Colonies' reach, you might find yourself in a much more wild and independent coalition of star systems. This is Freestar Collective Space.
This is where everyone wears
Capital
cowboy
of the
outfits.
Freestar Collective is Aquila City.
Okay, so this is on Mars as well, is
is
it?
an Aquila City fixture.
A ranger relies on judgment and intuition to do what's best for the people.
Neon started out as a fishing platform, but is now known throughout the settled systems as a pleasure city, where almost anything goes.
If you've got
Anything?
morality issues, this definitely isn't the job for you.
Ryujin is hiring the best.
This looks very cyberpunk here.
For our future tomorrow.
This is the cyberpunk city. Just looks like a screenshot of Cyberpunk 2077.
Outside the bounds
So that's
of
interesting.
civilized
So
space,
Neon
there are
is
still plenty of unclaimed
cyberpunk
systems to explore.
city.
But these areas are also home to the most hostile factions in the galaxy.
I wonder though, because
Serpent hungers. All heathens shall be made dust in time.
so what I'm thinking about now, we're being shown areas of the game, right? Is this areas on one planet, and then are there other planets with areas equally as good, or does the game center around like one main planet hub, and then there are some offshoot planets to go to, but they're not as high quality? You know what I mean? Like they're side mission planets, or are there is there a vast solar system with planets with areas all different and up to this level of quality? Because if it's the second case, if it's the latter case, then that is truly incredible. But if it's the former case, I don't know about that. That's just kind of like Mass Effect Plus. You know what I'm saying?
A new face. Is this the face of a brave runner here to challenge the Red Mile?
Anything, says Brabra.
The
Indeed.
galaxy is
Anything.
theirs. They are wrong. It belongs to the Crimson Fleet. It always has.
So there seems to be some like tribalism going on in the game.
Starfield, we're pushing our cities and settlements further than we ever have before. It's all there.
That's
waiting
evident, to be
for you.
honest.
A slice
It does
of
look
humanity's
above.
future.
The quality level does look above what they've done before
Zen,
by quite a
Ready to
long
get
way.
out there?
Yes,
Throughout the
I'm
galaxy,
ready.
There are so many things to see.
Okay, so it's a
stories to
galaxy.
experience.
It's a galaxy.
But the most important story is the
It's
one
not
that you
like
tell.
a universe. It's
I'm the
a
type of person
galaxy.
who spends hours in character creation, and I think people are going to be really excited when they see all of the improvements we've made.
One
Is
of the
it-
biggest overhauls was
is
done
it
to
our galaxy?
character generation system. We scanned a wide range of faces
can't be
from
our
different
one,
age
because
groups
I
and
saw multiple
ethnicities.
moons and
by
stuff.
mixing and matching out that data, we were able to create highly detailed and diverse characters.
We use that exact system to create all of
Actually, to be fair, right, this guy looks like he could be in the game. So maybe they were modeling the characters off themselves and they all just happen to have really nice full beards that look like they've been velcroed on and nice hairlines. Fair enough.
characters and NPCs you're going to see in the game. So any character
He kind of
you
looks
see
like he could be a
almost
character
always
in
is
the
a
game.
character you could make yourself.
Like, I'm getting an Uncanny Valley thing
Hey,
from the
come on.
characters.
Come on. Okay.
But it
take
varies.
easy.
Like, these characters
You were
look
out
better.
cold. No physical damage. Mentally, the jury's still
I
out.
think the main characters look better than the
You know
other
who you are?
NPCs. I think that's the
New
deal.
recruit for Argos Extractors? Ring any bells?
These ones look
Any
more
of this
believable.
look familiar?
Also, the graphics look good here. Did you? So it's the character creator characters. These are the ones that look weird. So I guess like the procedurally generated characters that they use throughout most of the game look Uncanny Valley, but the main characters that you interact with look substantially better. I think that's what I'm seeing here.
You start your character creation journey as though you're cycling through employee records. You'll pick from a lineup of 40 presets, and that'll be your
Okay.
starting point.
So once again, we have a character creator.
Your journey from there can
Wow,
be
you
as
can check
detailed or as quick
muscular,
as you want
thin,
it to be.
heavy.
This new system has
I'm
more
going
to
max
offer
muscular.
than ever before.
Or I might just go max thin. I like going max thin sometimes in
It's
games.
also the simplest character generation system we ever had. We let the player get as close as possible to make whatever they want, with the various facial...
This facial hair looks awful. Doesn't it? Looks like he's got like, it looks like it's drawn on with a marker.
morphs you can blend together, the dermesthetic and makeup, blemishes, scars, piercings, teeth settings. It's a lot, but I think it's the most fun to use.
They do not have high quality
Character
facial hair in
creation
this
is
game.
more than
That's a
just how you
shame.
look. This is also where you start to decide who you want to be. That's where backgrounds come in. Backgrounds give you a bit of backstory and start you out with 3 basic skills.
From chef to Dusty. You know, the crew still has a betting pool about which restaurant critic you must have crossed to wind up here.
What's great about backgrounds is you never know when yours is going to come in handy.
You can
could be in
kind
the
of
middle
tell
a fancy
it's a
restaurant,
Bethesda
talking to some
game
guy, and suddenly you learn he needs a beast
by the way the
to help
characters'
track down
eyes
a monster.
wander while they're talking to you.
I probably should stick to professionals anyway, given what happened the last time.
We're also giving you the option to customize your build even
It
further.
looks very
by letting
Bethesda
you
when
pick
he's
up to
talking to
3
people.
traits.
Like it
Traits are
zooms in on the
completely
face and they're just kind of
optional,
like,
and they come with their own
what, they got like
advantages
wandering
and
eyes while they're talking.
disadvantages. You could choose to meet your
Very
biggest
kind of
fan.
uncanny feeling.
Is it really?
It's the adoring fan from
Join
Oblivion.
Your crew, and it'll give you gifts if you're willing to put
That's
up with
nice.
the
I've got a,
constant commentary.
returning
I
meme.
can't believe I get to stand near you.
He's got the same
Breathe
voice as well.
The same air. I've got to have every molecule.
My favorite trait is kid stuff.
He's
You
just
have to
as
pay some
weird as in the
credits
old
to
game.
support your parents, but they're very sweet.
Have to go to the
and it's
dentist. See
really
ya,
fun to
brother.
visit them.
Honey, we got ourselves a visitor.
Oh my god!
I came across some hostile zealots in space, but because I had chosen a trait that made me the same religion as them, I was able to get by without any issues.
Okay, so it's got a bit of
There's
like
another
a
great one that gives you a
roguelike
damage
type
buff when your
quest.
health is low, but mercenaries will randomly show up and try to kill you.
So it's got some like
No matter what
roguelike
you
elements, it
choose, there will be
seems,
plenty
when
of
you're out in the
ways for
world.
you to tell your story. And if you want to remove a trait, there are ways to do that too.
What a view! It's a feast for the eyes. Off we go to another.
The adoring fan. So he's actually returning. Okay.
We'll let you discover that on your own.
I love the adoring fan in Oblivion, but he was annoying, but in a good way. Interesting, interesting. Wow, this is a nice office space. Look how clean
Once
everything
you've
is.
built the perfect character, that's when your journey
wow.
can really begin.
Wow, they get to
We took what
draw
we
on
loved
these
about
huge...
skills and perks
That looks
from
like
our
a nice
previous
job.
games and put them together
So
to
lead
create an
producer, Tim
all-new
Lamb.
skill system. Each time you level up, you get a
Ooh,
skill
big
point,
octopus, land octopus.
which
Nice.
can be used to unlock or rank up skills.
Okay.
Ranks are unlocked by completing challenges.
Let's have a quick pause here. Let's look at these ranks. Security. Attempt to hack advanced locks, rank 1. You can attempt to hack expert. So this is just lock picking. You can't fool me, Bethesda. This is nothing new. This is lock picking, but you've just changed the name. And rank 4, expend a digipick to eliminate keys that aren't required to solve the puzzle. Okay, cool.
Associated with that skill.
So they've got lock picking returning. Look, he unlocked a door. Wow, that's never been seen before in a video game.
You work your way to
What about this? Intimidation. Strike fear into an opponent. Okay, interesting. Okay, let's look at the rank 4 and the rank 1. Intimidated targets now flee for a substantial amount of time on rank 4. Rank 1. You can force a target NPC at or below your level to flee. Okay, so this is just the chance that the enemy will flee, basically. But it's an ability. So you can force them to flee. Okay.
higher ranks.
Okay, that's a bit more fun,
With
I
our
guess.
5 different skill trees and 4 ranks per skill, there's a lot to choose from.
Wow, loads of trees.
I like the xenosociology skill because it lets you mind control aliens.
That does sound kind of cool.
Boost pack out of the gate. I'm boost packing everywhere.
Oh yeah, that looks kind of fun.
I like maxing out my physical tree so I can get neuro strikes and just punch my way through combat.
That looks kind of fun too. I did that in Skyrim. Went like full
Invest in the skills that suit your
fisticuffs.
playstyle.
That was fun.
I'm very much a stealth player. So
Oh, really?
I'm out there pickpocketing everyone. My favorite part about being stealthy.
So the gameplay is very Elder
slowly
Scrolls. Have you
creeping through
noticed that?
vents like you're
And
in a
very
movie.
Fallout, I guess, would
and
be a
then jumping out
closer.
and springing on people.
Whenever possible, I like to talk my way through situations.
It's very the gameplay is very Fallout-ish.
Fine, I'll issue you an access card.
I'm more of a run and gun player. I like doing the death from above thing where I boost pack over guys and I throw landmines at them.
Okay. That's very Halo Infinite right there.
I like blowing stuff up.
That looks good. That looked good, that shot there.
Exploration is a key aspect of all our games. In Starfield, there are full star systems with new life, resources, and adventures.
Full star systems. Multiple
Our team
star
works
systems?
hard to strike a balance between fun and realism. We study data from NASA and a multitude of other sources to help us make the world feel believable. From the way we approached planetary atmospheres to the way we placed biomes based on the planet's distance from the sun. Once we had created a grounded world, we could start looking at all the things that make that world fun. When you leave a planet and head into space, you'll be navigating asteroid fields, having chance meetings with interesting strangers, dogfighting in space, and exploring derelict ships.
Dogfighting in derelict ships, okay.
It's all out there.
So, when I was younger, I always kind of wanted a game like this.
It's about rewarding your curiosity, because whether it's on the surface of a planet,
And there have been
alleys of a
attempts to
city,
make games like this
or
before,
the
but
vastness of space, you never know what you'll find.
like, damn, I'm forgetting names here. There's a game made by Robert Space Industries or something like that.
Space exploration is possible.
And that game
thanks
looks
to your ship.
pretty close to this.
Your ship is almost like having another character or home you can make all your own. I think you'll be blown away by the amount of stuff you can do. You can buy a ship.
I'm sure you can find something you like.
Customize and upgrade that
hello.
ship.
That looks good.
And hire a crew to keep it up and running.
Okay, the customization looks...
And
Ooh,
it
hiring
all
a
starts
crew.
at spaceports.
This actually looks good.
Every spaceport has a
Customizing your ship,
technician where
hiring
you
your
can
crew,
purchase,
etc.
sell, and modify ships.
Anything I can help you with?
Maybe you start off with a speedy fighter that's perfect for
Okay.
bounty hunting.
Speedy fighter.
Then you might round out your ship roster with a hulking
Okay.
space freighter to run cargo missions,
Okay.
or even do a little smuggling. For now, though, we're going to take our starting ship, the Frontier, and make some changes. You
Okay.
can customize and upgrade everything you see here.
Ooh.
And you have two ways to do that.
That
You can
actually
quickly
looks
upgrade individual
real good.
systems like your weapons or shields, or you can deep dive and enter
This
the
reminds me of the gun customization system they have in Fallout, but they've just taken it to the next level, I guess, and now it's shipbuilding.
shipbuilder mode. Here you can change anything.
This actually
from
looks
the
really,
systems
really,
to the look
really
and
good.
layout. Adding a new
I was not
habitat module
expecting
can give you
a
more room for
system like
crew.
this.
Adding cowling can change your ship's
It looks so
overall
easy to
silhouette.
use, just snaps like Lego.
An improved grav drive allows for longer distance space jumps. You can even
This
fully
looks fun.
customize your paint job to get the exact look you want.
Oh yeah, I'm liking the look
Parts
of
you
this.
choose to build with don't just affect your ship's stats. They'll also affect what you can do inside your ship. You can have modules for crafting, or for storing and displaying your weapons.
Ah,
Starfield's
nice.
in-game ship manufacturers bring their own look and feel to every piece of your ship. From living quarters to cargo holds, mess halls, and control rooms. Our modified Frontier is a practical ship, but with a little creativity, your ship can look like almost anything you want.
Almost anything,
It's a
you
bit
say?
odd, but one of my favorite ways of customizing ships.
Most of them are going to be giant penises. I'm calling it. I just muted the video. Goddamn. Got too excited. Yeah, this section is getting me really excited. This is the first part where I'm like, ooh. Hello.
Of customizing ships is I make them look like animals.
That's cool.
The
So you can
HMS
make them like...
Platypus,
Oh,
where it
that
had
is
like a
cute,
giant
dude.
tail to it.
Platypus. Oh, that is
And
cute.
we've done spiders. We've done mechs.
Ah,
So
yeah.
it's really whatever your imagination is.
Oh my
And
god,
while
that does
you
look
can build
cool.
your home among the stars the way you want to, you're probably not the only person who will call your ship home.
Now this is getting
Ready to
interesting.
lift off when you are, Captain.
Engines ready.
The Frontier is fueled and ready, Captain.
Some of the members of Constellation can join you on your journey. These companions can serve on your crew, and they'll always be there when you travel.
Alan
We'll be
Names,
traveling together
companion
until we
designer.
either find an artifact or this lead runs dry.
Sarah
Each
Morgan.
companion comes with their own valuable
Sam
skills
Coe.
for your ships and outposts,
Samco has a fake beard.
as well as unique quest lines. Eventually, some friendships might blossom into romance.
There's one of them Velcro beards.
Loved anyone except you.
And if you're looking for a
Aw,
little extra
cute.
help on your ship, you can always hire additional crew at spaceports.
Got any room on your ship for someone like me?
You'll also
Nice
meet
facial
potential crew
expressions,
members
bro.
out in the world.
Still think there might be a spot for me on your ship? I gotta get off this rock.
Assign crew to your ship or outposts, and their unique skills will affect how they run. And just like companions, most crew members can lend a hand in the field. Take Bosco, for instance.
He's designed around the core basics of a NASA machine.
Please avoid getting shot. You might die.
I still wanted to give it almost a humanoid personality, so I elongated the limbs. This tends to make him feel more human-like and give him a little personality.
It is a shame exploration requires so much bloodshed.
I like the robot.
Using the shipbuilding tools and crew selection
robot.
features in Starfield, you'll be able to build and captain the ship of your dreams.
The ship of my dreams. Wow.
And now, let's take to the sky.
Woo! Oh yeah. What, they're gonna show like the transition here, how it works. So is it a cutscene transition like Knights of the Old Republic? Looks like it. If it is, that's kind of disappointing. I think it might be a cutscene transition like Knights of the Old Republic. That would be so disappointing.
We're putting you in the cockpit of your very own spaceship and telling you that you can do pretty much anything. And that is really cool for
Zachary
us as
Wilson,
developers.
senior level designer.
Spaceflight should be exciting and dangerous, and you should feel like you're in complete control every step of the way.
Ooh.
We've extended that sense of control to ship combat. It's not about just hitting your triggers to fire your weapons. It's a complex dance between your piloting skills and our power allocation system. Boosting power to your engines will make your ship faster.
Similar system to that Star Wars game.
Powering up the ground drives will shorten the amount of time it takes before you can make a jump. And moving your power to your weapons and shields means you're ready for a fight.
This is
You
a
should
very
always
similar
be on your
system
toes
to the
because
latest Star
you're not
Wars
alone out there.
Starfighter game. And it did feel very fun in that, so it's probably a good system. Like you would change power allocation to like more shields, more thrusters, more
Unlocking a targeting
lasers.
control system skill
It was
will
fun.
allow you to zero in on specific subsystems of the ship you target.
I wonder if this game has VR support. That could be next level. Because being in VR in spaceships is so cool. It's quite sickening.
After destroying
But,
an enemy ship, you can loot the remains from your cockpit. You can always turn any ship that engages you into scrap. But you can also take a more personal approach by docking with the enemy vessel and boarding their ship.
Docking. Game has docking, guys. Wow.
Once you
Okay,
take control of an enemy
okay. Let's think about this for a second. That's really cool. So you're telling me I can maybe like disable an EMP a ship and then dock with it and then board like a rowdy pirate and kill everyone on board, and then loot their ship. That sounds awesome.
ship.
This game
It's
sounds pretty
yours.
cool.
Add it to your fleet and retrieve it at any spaceport.
Why didn't they show this in the short
Space
gameplay
is
trailer?
Way more than
Any of
fun
this
for your
stuff.
life.
My hype levels of
Just like when you're planet
100 times what they were after the other trailer.
Stops to make on the way to your next adventure. Like these massive star yards. Walk the halls, talk to the crew, maybe get talked into buying a whole new ship.
A civilian in my star yard. Let's see about getting you a proper ship, one worthy of you.
Maybe you'll dock with a gigantic battleship, like the UC Vigilance.
or rub elbows with the galaxy's wealthy elite on a cruise ship fit for the stars. There are plenty of personal encounters to be had as well. You can hail any ship you come across to trade, swap info, or maybe even commit an act of piracy.
Let's do this.
When I'm playing, I generally go crazy. I definitely go like the more piracy routes. I want to take over ships.
I think I would be a pirate as well.
This is now mine. I steal all the sandwiches and
Space
put
pirate
them,
would be fun.
in my cargo hold that I have specifically for sandwiches. I don't want to play the hero, but I want to go out and just start taking things from people as quickly as possible.
Some strangers might be looking for a little human connection in the darkness of space.
She's a sandwich pirate.
Hello,
That's fun.
stranger. I just finished cooking up some food. If you want to come on over, just pop on by.
Some of the best
Grandma?
moments are the ones you discover on your own.
Does this game have multiplayer?
The thing I love most about Starfield
I'm guessing
is that
no.
it is a Bethesda game through and through. It's really about going to strange new places, meeting interesting people, and getting sidetracked on zany adventures. Then, realizing 2 hours later that you're involved in a completely new story.
You're human. We thought we were the only ones to leave Earth.
That DNA is so present.
That's
here.
funny.
It's in our random encounters, it's in our handcrafted quests, and it feels so cool to play it and just make your own path in this universe. There are over 1,000 planets out there, just waiting for you to visit.
1,000 planets to explore.
We want you to feel like
How does that work?
explorers, breaking ground on new planets, exploring every inch of a mostly untouched galaxy. We want you to feel hopeful. We want you to
So
feel
they're saying it's a mostly untouched galaxy, so that means most of the planets are just going to be like barren with plant life and animals, or maybe just completely barren. So they've got 1,000 planets, but I reckon like most of them will have no life, and some will have life but no intelligent life, and then only a few will have actual like intelligent life on there, like human camps or whatever.
sense of awe and wonder.
What about other races? There only seems to be the human race. Apart from like the weird alien species, we haven't seen any other intelligent life apart from humans, and I think that's kind of a missed opportunity. I like there being different races of like strange creature. In the Fallout, for example, you have like the humans, and you have like the ghouls, and you have like the super mutants. In the Elder Scrolls, you have like elves, dark elves, you have lizard people. It looks like in this game you only have human. That's kind of sad. That's really sad. Why didn't they put the Argonians in this one?
And sometimes a little
They had
fear.
the opportunity to make this like an Elder Scrolls
We're
space
giving you a massive
universe.
playground and a ton
That'd
of
be
toys,
awesome.
And just setting you
Khajiit.
free.
You could have like Khajiit space people, Argonian space people. I think they should have gone that route, honestly, but yeah. Why didn't they go that route? Make it like a fantasy space.
Hey everybody, we were showing you so much stuff, but we thought we'd just take a little break and show you
But
something.
they've filmed everything to make it look like they're in the game.
We put
It's
so
really
much
weird.
detail into our game worlds, and we love the opportunity to bring that into the real world with our collector's editions. And for this game, we've done a watch. It is the Constellation
Wow.
Explorer's Watch.
Looks
this
like
is
a
the
nice watch, to
that
be
you
honest.
actually get in the game that acts as part of your HUD, where it's the compass
like the
and then
Pip-Boy.
environmental information. It connects to your phone to give you notifications and other information. And we've also designed this really cool case that it comes with, Istvan.
Yeah, we really took as much care in designing this case as we did to watch. Our attention to detail in the game totally translates to this. Inspired by the cases that the astronauts used during the Apollo era to bring back samples from the moon. It's got an intricate locking mechanism, authentic, heavy, comes with a Constellation patch, NATO strap, and the overall functionality and believability of this as something that would exist in the world, in the Starfield universe.
Oh, and hey, take
That does look
this.
kind of cool.
You'll find it very useful out there. And it even
Looks
tells the
expensive though. Looks very expensive.
We actually have something else. Now that we're part of Xbox, we get to work with the amazing people on the Xbox hardware team, and together we have created this custom limited edition Starfield controller. It's awesome. It is now, our favorite controller.
We love this because it's inspired by the actual controls of your spaceship. And not only that, we've created the first ever custom headset with Xbox.
Wow.
And this is a perfect pairing with that controller.
I mean, I'm going to be playing on PC, so I don't care about the Xbox controller. But it does look kind of nice. Probably also very expensive. Looks like one of those Elite controllers, probably £100 or so. How much is the watch? Because that thing looks like £200. So that's going to be... I'll be surprised if it's affordable for most people. I wonder how takeoff and landing works. They didn't really show that. At all the points they showed it, it looked like a cutscene takeoff and landing.
So much care into all those little details
Hey,
that breathe
Beesneys.
life into our worlds.
We're watching the Starfield
But
Deep
Starfield
Dive.
isn't just a Bethesda Game Studios world, it's a Bethesda Game Studios galaxy. So why go
Okay, so
this
it's a
big
galaxy.
with Starfield? Because we want to give you freedom on a galactic level. The freedom to experience both the exciting planets and the quiet ones. Scanning a planet before you land is a great way to get a sneak peek at the available resources
Oh
you
god,
can use for
having
crafting,
Mass Effect
building,
flashbacks.
and
I did not like the planet scanning.
You know what's cool about this
It was
whole
so
system that
boring.
we generate the planet itself as a procedural content, but the handcrafted
The
content...
planets are procedural. I knew it. There's no way they're handcrafted. 1,000 planets. That could be a good or a bad thing. Let's
itself
let's see.
comes as the player explore. Our system builds a planet as the player approaches it. We stitch together a block of terrain.
Ooh.
After that, we have the system that adds interesting locations for the
So
player
it's
to
like
explore,
Minecraft.
creatures to encounter, ore and plants to pick up. It allows us to add that touch of environmental storytelling that Bethesda is known for.
So it works a bit like Minecraft, procedurally generated content.
Isn't far from here. If you could take care of them for us, we would be.
Isn't
in
that
your
also
debt.
how No
So
Man's
even
Sky
if your
works?
friends were to visit the same planet that you had, you would have a different story to tell.
This looks incredible, says Beesneys, but I'm PS5 and Mac, so no Starfield for me. Just dual boot Windows. Just dual boot Windows and you can play. Easy. Haha.
It's completely up to you how you want to interact with each planet. Whether you want to explore and see what you can find, harvest resources and be on your way, or simply take in the views. With the help of your scanner, you'll chart the uncharted and discover exotic wildlife.
This part of the game doesn't look that exciting, which I'm a bit worried
you can
about.
Even figure out that certain creatures and plants, you can build an outpost and produce resources from those plants and animals. You can get experience and rewards for fully surveying planets and fully surveying a whole system.
This part of the game is basically just No Man's Sky. This is what the whole of No Man's Sky is. Is this part of the game?
Natural to the environment.
This game has
We
No
didn't
Man's
want
Sky
alien
inside it.
monsters. We wanted native wildlife. Something
Which
you've
is
never
weird.
seen before.
But the creatures do look really good. I wonder if the creatures are
Comes to our
procedurally generated
exteriors,
or not.
When the sun moves, all that light is calculated in real time through the atmosphere. Our biggest goal for lighting with Starfield was to make the game feel more filmic, to use lighting and color to really make it feel more cinematic.
It does look pretty good, not gonna lie. The environments look good. Weapons look good, ships look good. The people are the weak point. Mostly their beards just look velcroed on. That's where the people look strange. The beards do not look good. The beards look like I'm back on Xbox 360 playing some like FIFA game or something.
After some
Beastie says,
exploring, you can
that's what I
find
was
a spot
thinking,
to
like a
set up
better looking No Man's Sky. Yeah, it's almost just like a better No Man's Sky overall, right? Because this part of the game they're showing now is No Man's Sky. But then you have more layers on top of that, like questing, a story. I'm guessing there's going to be a mainline story. They also have outposts or areas of the game that look like they were handcrafted rather than being procedurally generated. So they have like classic questing zones that you would see in like an Elder Scrolls game or a Fallout game. I'm kind of worried about how obvious the stitches are going to be. Like, all this stuff it's got to be stitched together somehow. And if it doesn't have like seamless transition from doing one thing and then the next thing, it's not going to feel very good. We still don't really know how like taking off a planet really works. So far it looks like it's like Knights of the Old Republic, where you take off from the planet or whatever, and it shows a cutscene of you doing it, which isn't the most immersive way to do it. But I mean, from what we've seen, that it could be the other way as well. It could be that you take off, you know, you just get in your ship, take off, you can fly around the planet however you want, and then you can just go up. That would be ideal, but I'm not sure if we have that, because surely if that was how it worked, they would show that. They would advertise that fact, right? Because that would be exciting. But they've avoided showing exactly how it works, which worries me.
A base camp. Outposts can be built almost anywhere on any planet. And the habitat modules come in all shapes and sizes.
You can build outposts.
All different purposes.
This is getting into Space Engineers territory now.
Assign crew and companions to work at your outposts for added bonuses, and set up extractors to harvest resources.
This sounds cool. I like this kind of stuff in
What we have
games.
this time is we have a new fly cam, where you can toggle between on-foot building, or you can now use a top-down isometric camera, which helps plan out larger parts of the outpost and placing those larger halves. So that way you can really plan your structures and what the overall feel of your outpost is. And then when you're on your feet, you can really decorate and fine-tune things much easier.
This would be really nice if it had multiplayer. This feels like it could be a multiplayer game with co-op missions, you know. That if it had that, it would be so fun. Like, that would be an instant buy for me. If they said, and there's co-op, you can play this with like up to 4 friends. Invite them to your world and you can explore together. That would be like a boom, insta buy. But I don't think it is co-op. I think it's all single player, which is a
Any
shame.
resources you find or already
That's going to be a
have.
harder sell for me.
Mod your weapons to adapt them to your playstyle. Different weapon sights and scopes. Larger magazines. A selection of grips and barrels.
So they have
Different
the
ammunition like explosive
weapon system
rounds.
they had in Fallout 4, which did look cool.
All you stealth players out there will surely need a suppressor. You can also choose to go hands-on with melee weapons.
The melee looks bad.
I think it's always a delicate balance between like what's realistic, what's sim, and what's Hollywood. And I think we sort of err on the side of like what's fun for the player.
Thank God. I really don't like it when games decide not to be fun. That's the worst. So I'm glad that they have fun in mind. That's good.
The animations are more fluid. It just feels great.
We probably have
Looks
more
kind of
mods
generic
and
to me,
more
the
weapons in this
shooting.
game than I want to say any other game we've done before. There's a lot of variety.
Upgraded gear is just one of the many factors to pay attention to when engaging in combat. You may need to switch things up based on your environment. Gravity is different for each planet, and boost packs are excellent for getting around. And for giving you an edge in combat.
Wow, jetpacks.
Sometimes you'll
Revolutionary.
Even feel like you're flying.
Feel like I'm flying in a video game. Whoa, revolutionary.
Zero gravity environments pose
Boost
a
pack does look
different
quite fun, though.
challenge. Firing a ballistic weapon in zero-G will actually push you backwards.
Now that's a
Energy
nice
weapons,
touch.
on the other hand, offer a more stable shooting experience.
Nice.
We
So
also
they have zero-G
mag weapons.
combat.
These are high-powered electromagnetic induction ballistic arrays. Each barrel has its own targeting laser and can dish out some serious damage.
Oh, it's fun.
Whether you want to get up close and personal with your own 2 fists, or you like more compact weapons like pistols and submachine guns, or maybe you prefer something bigger.
Oh, they got the fat boy. Miniguns.
Starfield's got you covered.
Looks like a wide variety of weapons, that's nice to see. And they're all customizable too. Doesn't look like the enemies are very challenging so far. Maybe that's just for the trailer. They also seem a bit bullet spongy. Like a lot of the times you'll shoot and there'll be no reaction from what you're shooting. But at the same time, they seem to react more than I've seen in past Bethesda games, for sure. Ooh, what was that? You have powers? Fusroda? You're Dragonborn.
Thanks again for being with us today.
What was that?
We are just so grateful that you've taken the time and spent it here.
Wait, do you have powers?
What to take in. There's a lot to the game, even.
Hang on, Todd. Hang on for a second. What was that at the end? Are you Dragonborn in this game? That would be hilarious. That would be amazing. Fusroda! I think they did miss an opportunity in this game to include races from Elder Scrolls games. Or like have different alien races, maybe. It's a bit of a shame to me that it's all human. Because traditionally, Bethesda are pretty good at doing like alternate races and stuff. But I guess instead they just have factions. Just kind of lame. But oh well, if that's what they want, that's what they're doing, I guess. Yeah, hang on. Let's just have a look at this. What's going on here? Yeah, it's using their hand. Yeah, you have powers then in this game. But they're not going into that. It looks like you have some like Dragonborn-esque
for being with us today.
powers.
We are just so grateful that you've taken the time and spent it here. I know there was probably a lot to take in. There's a lot to the game, even more than we could show here. You know, as we play it, we're always sharing these unique and special moments that only a game like this can bring. When I think about what makes it special, it really is the people here. This game is a reflection of the incredible and passionate team that made it. All of them putting something special of themselves into it. So let's hear some of their favorite moments.
I love the way that our final combination of all the new tech has come together to create some of the most beautiful sunsets and sunrises we've ever had in any of our games.
I love the creatures, the exploration, every biome is different. The word that comes to mind is vast.
I like to use our photo mode to take rock star photos.
I just love that constant feel of discovery and wow, I can't believe that there's more here.
I'm most excited about our outpost building systems.
My favorite part is every time you step out on a planet, it's a unique experience.
You spend all this time building your ship, and you see it on the landing pad. These things are gigantic. It's the kind of thing that you just can't get anywhere else.
That's the most exciting part for me, the ship building.
And going, I know the
That looks
gravity's
fun.
low here. I think I can make that jump.
My favorite part is biomes, spaceships,
audio design,
planets.
The day-night cycle, those details matter to me.
Diplomacy, exploration, freedom.
The ending.
Beskar, obviously.
I love the robot so much.
The incredible amount of worlds we created.
Sniper rifles, come on.
Lever action, rocket launcher,
brain sprout.
Mm-hmm.
I love, but some people might find creepy. I don't know. I know it's right, Ben. The thing that I enjoy most about the game is the freedom to be who you want to be, do what you want to do. It's what you've come to expect from a Bethesda title, but on a much bigger scale.
On behalf of all of us, we can't wait for you to play Starfield and make your own special moments.
I Let's go. Good luck, Constellation. You are go for lead.
I hope this game is very sandboxy. I want to see lots of physics interactions. I want that Tears of the Kingdom, Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom level of interaction with like the physics, objects, the environment. If they have that, then they've got a sale from me. I'll buy it. I'll buy it. But if not, then fuck you, I'm not buying it. If this game has like a 60 FPS lock and if you run it faster, the physics glitches, like just like their other games,
one with Game Pass.
then I'm not buying it. The funny thing is, they're like, is what you've come to expect from a Bethesda game, but on a bigger scale. That worries me. I'm like, no. Make it better than those, please. Your last games have not been very good. Fallout 4, Skyrim were disappointing to me, okay? So this better be, you know, I don't want what I've come to expect from a Bethesda game in this game. I want you to, like, step up a little. You know what I'm saying? Your past games haven't been that good. But the last Elder Scrolls that I thought was amazing was Oblivion. I really liked Oblivion. The last game you made that I thought was really good was Fallout 3. You've been dropping the ball since then, so... But yeah, I will say, okay... Now, what do I think about this deep dive? I think that this deep dive was way more interesting than the short gameplay trailer I watched. The gameplay trailer wasn't very exciting at all. In fact, I kind of left a little disappointed, like, what's all the hype about? But after watching this deep dive, I understand where people are coming from. This does look like it could be really good, but there are points I've seen here that I'm a little worried about too. What does chat think about it? Bee's Niece says, Xbox need to come correct with this one. These exclusives have been kind of meh. True, and you know what's funny? This game was mentioned by like the lead CEO or the lead, what's the word? Basically, one of the heads of like Microsoft or the Xbox division said that Starfield is not going to sell consoles. He literally said that. He said, look, Starfield isn't going to be up to par with what Sony are doing, what Nintendo are doing. So they've already admitted defeat, at least Microsoft has, but perhaps Bethesda really do have something here. So I was kind of already on the side of kind of discounting this game, thinking that this game isn't going to be that good, because the lead, I think, director of Xbox already said that the game isn't going to be that good. They already admitted defeat with this one. I'll look up the exact quote here. I'll look up the exact quote of what they said. It was the Microsoft exec, and they admitted Xbox lost the console war to Nintendo and Sony. Let's see what they said about Starfield, because I remember him quoting something about Starfield. It was Phil Spencer. He's the CEO of Microsoft Gaming. So, it was after Redfall, which was a disaster, wasn't it? Terrible game. Yeah, here we go. So, yeah, there was a quote from Phil Spencer. I found it now. He's the CEO of the Microsoft Gaming division. His quote exactly was, "There is no world where Starfield is an 11 out of 10 and people start selling their PS5s. That's not gonna happen, he said. So he's basically said that Starfield is not a masterpiece. He said there's no world in which Starfield is like a masterpiece of a game. Which is sad, and that's why I haven't been really keeping up with the game. Because the CEO of the gaming division was like, to Starfield. But from watching the deep dive, rather exciting. The thing I'm most worried about with this game is they have all these different systems. First of all, are these systems fun to play? Like, is it fun building your ship? Is it fun doing the combat? Is it fun exploring planets? If any of those parts are not fun, then the game isn't going to work. It's not going to hold up, because it looks like you have to spend time doing each one of those things. Is the story good? Are the characters good? Like, they have so many elements here, and so that's my first worry. Are each of the elements actually fun to play? Second worry is, okay, these elements are fun to play. Now, do they stitch together well? In a way that's believable, a way that's seamless, a way that, you know, a way that takes this game to the next level. Because if there are seams everywhere, if like there's a cutscene or loading screen when I have to go up, there's a loading screen when I have to like dock a ship, there's a loading screen. If it's all like loading screens, then this game doesn't really do anything new other than having like some procedurally generated stuff mixed in, which has already been done by No Man's Sky. Doesn't really do anything new for a Bethesda game, does it? So I'm just hoping they've got some like next generation tech in there that allows this all to be seamless as well. So that's my two worries there, my two main worries. What excited me from this deep dive? What really excited me in this deep dive is, first of all, the shipbuilding looks really cool. That looks dope, and if the reward you get from doing all this stuff in the game is to get more parts for your ship, that's a decent reward. Then you can go ham with the customization. So that I'm excited about. The combat to me looks kind of mediocre. Skill trees and stuff, kind of boring. It's been done like a billion times. I think the graphics overall actually look pretty good. People have been dogging on the graphics on like Twitter, but they look pretty good. The one thing that looks terrible is the beards. The facial hair does not look up to par with like current modern games. But everything else looks pretty good to me. They say they've got a new animation system. They've been saying that every single game they've made. We have a new animation, because people think the animations are trash in their games, right? So every game they say, we've got a new animation system. But it's only ever slightly better than the game previously, and it's always still behind the current games, their animations. So I guess we'll just see if the animations are good throughout. Hey, Robert Henning, how you doing? They had so much backlash from Redfall, says Bees Knees. Yeah, they did. Redfall was bad, and the thing is, they like hyped it up to be good, and it was bad. So yeah, that was a tough pill to swallow for Microsoft. Because it was an exclusive for them, and it was bad. And Nintendo and Sony are banging out quality exclusives. Left, right, and center. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that was Starfield Direct. Let me know what your thoughts are, guys. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments. If you're watching on YouTube and enjoy the content, please like, subscribe, hit the bell button. My socials are down there in the description box. Join the Discord if you're not joined already. And until next time, Koroku! Bye-bye! Yeah, let's see if I can touch on any more points there. I think I've pretty much gone through it. I mean, like, the elements they were showing of the game all look pretty good. All look pretty good, but most of them have been done before in their past games. Like, they're like, oh, you can do stealth. Oh, you can do this, you can do that. It's like, you've done that, you know you've done that before in your past games. So that's a little worrying. And sometimes, like, they even make things more simplified than their last games in a way that's lessens the user experience. So from, like, Oblivion to Skyrim, they simplified a lot of systems that actually made the game feel worse. And the writing and the questlines weren't as interesting as in Oblivion and in the Oblivion DLC. Which, to me, made Skyrim feel worse than Oblivion, even though Skyrim had better graphics. had better combat, had a lot of things better. Like the quest lines just weren't as good. And that made the game not as fun for me. And also, Oblivion had like charm of being really funny in some of the ways the game worked. But then Skyrim, they upped some of the level of these interactions and stuff, but to the point where instead of being funny now, it was just sad. Because it was still below other games in quality, but it wasn't to the level where it was funny. Where in Oblivion, some things were done in a way that were just incredibly funny. But Skyrim they raised the bar they raised the bar a little, but it just made it sad. I don't know if that's making sense to you guys, but... Hello! Oh, thank you for the subscribe. Bee's knees, thank you so much. Thank you for the sub. Appreciate it. I very much appreciate it. So anyway, guys, I think that's the end of the stream today. I might be back today with some more Legend of Zelda. But right now I'm going to edit this little deep dive, or a look at the deep dive for YouTube. So I'll see you guys around. And yeah, I uploaded a reaction to YouTube of the first trailer. So you can check that out if you want to. The link is in the Discord. Thank you so much for being here, guys. Thank you so much. Bee's knees, thank you so much. Blah, blah, blah. Who's at the dentist? Thank you so much, Robert Henning, for dropping by. Stream looks really good, by the way. Production top-notch for the deep dive. Yeah, so for this video, because we were just watching a trailer for this stream, I upped the resolution to 1080. Usually I run in 720p because when I'm actually playing a game, there's so much going on that we need more bitrate, so I have to lower the resolution. But today I thought I would up it to 1080p. So we got the high resolution today, baby. So thank you for that, Bee's knees. I've got to remember to put it back down for Zelda, though. I guess I could try 1080p for Zelda. We'll see how it goes. Maybe it'll be fine, because that game runs at only 30 FPS. So maybe that fact combined with 1080p, we will have enough bitrate for 1080. For some reason, I have to run the stream in 60 FPS, though. I tried running a stream in 1080p for Zelda, and it just bugged. It didn't work. So it looks like my stream has to be 60 to actually work. I think it's something to do with my capture card. It doesn't work at 30 frames. So unfortunately, I can't just lower the frame rate, which would be ideal. But yeah, so we have to run 1080 60. But it might work for Zelda. Let's try it next time. Anyway, guys, thank you so much. That's all I have to say. I'll see you around.